Hey, what's up everyone? Wolfman here, and today I am doing another LEGO Star Wars review, and it's by the title of this video, as you can see up on the screen right now. I am doing a review on another Rebel starfighter, the B-Wing starfighter, and to this date it is my absolute favorite type of starfighter, especially in the Rebel Alliance. And well, I guess it might be pretty obvious given that my first name begins with the letter B. So obviously the B-Wing starfighter is my favorite, but it's not just because of... That's not just really the one reason why it's my favorite starfighter, but I also love the design and the... Well, I guess when I show you, you'll see the unique design of this type of starfighter. And before I do get into the review on my most favorite starfighter, I am going to be continuing on showing more reviews on more starfighters and starships within the Star Wars galaxy at most. Anyways, the ones that I have. And at the end, within 12 weeks from today, I am going to be showing off the whole entire armada of starfighters and starships that I have, including a few other ones that I won't not be doing reviews, like the Clone Wars era Republic frigate, which I will say I will not be doing a review on, or even the Kessel Run Falcon, because I already have a more updated version of the Falcon, the Millennium Falcon. So with that out of the way, without further ado, onto the review. And here it is, everyone. Set number 75050, B-Wing Starfighter. This set was released back in 2014, has 448 pieces, and comes with 3 minifigures. And starting off would be Ten Nub, who's the pilot of the fighter, or at least the character, General Aaron Krecken, and a Gray Squadron pilot. Right now, as you can see in the photos, these are the 3 minifigures that come with this set. And I do believe the B-Wing pilot and Nub are double-faced, so as you can see in the photo here, I do not believe that the General Krecken here is double-faced, because it comes with... Maybe he does, maybe he doesn't. I don't really care. But anyways, these are the 3 figures that come with the set. I believe, are Two-Face, and there are, a couple of... all 3 of them have also designs on the back as well, and I actually like the designs on these guys, especially for the pilots. I mean, the torsos are rather detailed, and they just flow quite well with on the legs as well. And well designed minifigures, and of course their helmets could be removed to turn their faces around. But that's just the long and the short of it for the minifigures to start off this review. So, moving on to my favorite starfighter, the B-Wing. This sucker is quite the well-sturdy set. I mean, this, I believe, is the second version of the B-Wing that LEGO Star Wars has done. I don't know when the first one was done or how long ago it was released, but this one I actually like a lot better. The last one, which was the first, I believe, had a gear function that made that like the S-foils in attack position, which, like the X-Wing, this sucker also has that same exact function. Of course, can't really do that right here. I mean, the wings do open up on both sides, but given the height, and given the fact that the whole size of it, as far as the current width of it, it's rather long. It does fit well in here, but as far as moving it from horizontal to a vertical position, it's going to be rather challenging. But I believe right here in the photo, as you can see here, it is in the vertical position with the S-foils open, but you can also see that the cockpit, which I will show you, can also rotate, because this was actually a general design feature that the starfighter has in the lore, which I will jump into now. This starfighter was introduced or feature prominently at the Battle of Endor in Return of the Jedi, Episode 6. Even though they didn't really show, I mean, they did have footage of pilots sitting in the cockpits here, but they edited it out just for, I think, for the time span for the battle sequence at the Battle of Endor. But I've actually seen some of the photos or scenes from that in other bits of footage, and it actually is rather neat. Although I wish they did put that. I wish they did put that in, but it's still a neat design. And yeah, again, the cockpit does turn around. It can actually go a full 360 degrees. But I actually just remembered, if anyone had actually watched the Star Wars Rebels series, I think it was in the second season. Yeah, I believe it was in the second season. Harrison Dula went to test fly a prototype of this type of fighter. The only difference is there was another cockpit down here for another gunner, which unfortunately this one doesn't have. But I still like this design nonetheless. But yeah, that was the first time it was actually, as far as the timeline in the Star Wars universe, that was the first time that a starfighter like this was first introduced, and it was actually designed by a Mon Calamari, like Admiral, who is the same alien species as Admiral Akbar, who says the infamous line, "It's a trap," from Return of the Jedi. But anywho, that was the first time. That was the first indication over these, quote, blade wings, or blade wing starships, or starfighters, but it was later dubbed B-wing, I believe for the purpose, I believe for the B and the blade of the name of it, which would lead to the actual name of the B-wing. But enough of more of the lore. I mean, this sucker actually is well put together, and I'll show you guys the back here. This sucker does have 4 thruster engines, which is actually a neat feature. And this sucker actually was a lot of fun to build as well. And the underside, which quite frankly almost doesn't really matter, but given some of the features, it's more, or the design aesthetic of the fighter, it's more or easier to have it like this because of what pieces are at the bottom compared to the ones at the top here. So I do believe could have it either way, but then you'd see the exposed sides here and even here, and it's a little uneven, I think. So I'll just turn it back around, and it's, well, maybe it's the same, I don't know. I would appreciate some feedback on that if anyone would like to leave any comments down below. But anywho, it is a well put together starfighter. Both wings do open up, and it's one of my favorite starfighters. And I actually love this fighter so much. I actually bought 2 of them at the time it was released, and I even built another one using spare pieces from my own inventory. And you will see that in the review of my Grand Fleet. But yeah, unfortunately, this sucker didn't really come with any other features, but actually, I just remembered, this sucker does come with with the spring-loaded missile launchers, and again, I don't put them in because they will go off at a given, if triggered. But yeah, a well put together starfighter. I mean, I love this sucker so much. I kind of wish that LEGO Star Wars would come up with the Resistance B-wing, which was shown in the Battle of Exegol near the end of The Rise of Skywalker. But alas, they never really did. Just X, Y's, and A's and the wimpy bombers. But other than that, this is a well put together starfighter, and if anyone actually likes the design and you ever come across it, I highly recommend it. But as of now, unfortunately, this sucker is retired, has been retired since late 2015. So I believe that is basically going to be it for the B-wing. So that was my review on the Rebel Alliance B-wing starfighter, and just for giggles and grins, this is how it would look. I mean, I could barely fit it into the screen here, but this is how it would generally would look. And again, there are the S-foils there, which kind of gives it its permanent B-wing. You could try and see, but there's a few other ways you can actually also position it as well, including this, which quite frankly I actually like a lot better. I mean, way better. I mean, it's like it gives it an asymmetrical look. And of course, it is meant to go around. I mean, I'm just gonna throw this in there just so you guys could see it's some of its other playability, and it's a well around put together starfighter. So I'm gonna throw that in, not really try and put in the photos, but yeah, that was my review on the B-wing starfighter. And again, as a little reminder, I'm gonna be pumping out more and more videos for the next 12 weeks. I believe after this, I've got another 20. Crap, I can't remember. I'm so sorry. I'll point it out next time on the next review, which is going to be the Y-wing starfighter. Unfortunately, this is the only B-wing model that I have on hand. I never got any other versions, so the next one will be the Rebel Alliance Y-wing, and then I'll be doing the Resistance Y-wing, and then I'll be jumping onto the infamous X-wing starfighter. And I got, oh, how many models of that? I think 5, I believe. Yeah, I got 6 of them. Half of them are Resistance, the other half are Rebel Alliance, of 5 different designs. I sincerely believe so. So if you want to you want to tune into that, and if you're new to this channel, please feel free to leave a like and subscribe by coming to join the Wolf Pack, and leaving a comment. I'd like to get some feedback from anyone who comes across this channel, either in the time of this upload of this video or somewhere along the line. If you come across this channel, welcome. I invite you again to come join the Wolfpack, and by hitting the red subscribe button. I hate being in an echo chamber. And other than that, all that's left for me to remind you that Jesus loves you more than Elmo and Barney, and I will see you guys next time.